Welcome to the Leaky Waders YouTube channel and welcome to the Tagged Out series. If you're new here, please consider hitting that subscribe button. If you haven't watched the previous videos, I highly recommend doing that. So far, I've already harvested 2 deer, one on Long Island in New York and one up in the Adirondack Mountain. If you haven't, go watch those, then come back and watch this. Today's episode, back in Western New York. I'm going back to that piece of public land where, if you've been following along, last time I kind of got skunked. Had a bunch of pictures on trail cameras of big bucks, but sadly none of them came in. Didn't even see a single deer in the stand. I only saw some deer when I was walking around. I did find a awesome spot that is just full of sign. I'm excited to see what kind of sign we got, and I'm excited to get out there and have a good sit. So here we go. It is such a good feeling when you have your system just completely dialed. Like, just getting ready takes 2 seconds, setting up takes 2 seconds, get down takes 2 seconds. I have the wind blowing straight at me, which is perfect, and it's blowing like 16 miles an hour. Hopefully I'll just be able to sneak right in there, get set up nice and quiet, and hopefully we got a whole mess of pictures on trail cam. I don't have one of those readers, so we're gonna have to wait till we get home to check those out. Set up right above that fresh scrape because the trail that I'm hunting, there's a huge trail that deer are funneling through out of all that bedding back there. This is like one of the 2 exits basically, and it kind of bottoms out here into this beautiful river bottom. I'm really hoping a big old buck walks by. So far I haven't seen much, haven't seen anything, but I'm in a good spot. I think this is a good afternoon spot. I got this scrape behind me. I didn't even walk the trail where the camera's set. I gotta check that after, but I'm feeling good. It's a little after sunset. I'm gonna get down, back up nice and slow, go check those cards, and I'll talk to you when we get to the car. Here we go. I found both my cards, both my trail cameras are still there. Nobody stole them, which is awesome because the first one I had a hard time finding because I forgot where I put it, even though I marked it on X. And I was looking on the left-hand side of the trail when I put it on the right-hand side of the trail. So I was like, oh, I can't believe somebody stole my freaking trail camera. And then I turned around and it was literally right there. So we're gonna run home, check the footage, and then we'll see what we got going on. I mean, when I got down out of my tree and I got on that trail, there was so much buck sign. So I'm really hoping that we're getting some daytime activity. So here we go. I set this camera October 7th. First picture is me. Next picture, 3 days later, it looks like some old dude walking around. Maybe some dude doing some squirrel hunting. Another dude, another kid. People with a bow and a crossbow, maybe? All right. Some dude checking it out. Oh, wait, that's me. Today's the 19th. That is me. That means somebody was there 2 minutes before. Oh, no. No. This is the one that I thought I'd get all the deer on. Oh, that sucks. There's literally nothing. Oh, that's terrible. That's awful. That really sucks. That really sucks. I didn't get a single picture of a deer on the other card. Okay, let's see. I set this one October 7th at 5:15 and 3 does were there at 6:10 on the same day. You gotta be joking. Are you kidding me? More does. Little buck. Bigger, weirder buck. Still coming in at night. Okay, I guess that's it. What the heck? That is... So literally I had deer on it the day I set it,
and a deer yesterday and nothing in between. That is awful. Jeez.
I just got set up in the tree. I didn't make any recordings of anything getting in here just because this is a completely brand new spot. Literally just taking a shot in the dark on this spot. Was visiting some friends. We all wanted to go hunting. I'm on a completely new piece of public land, about an hour away from where I was hunting last time you guys saw me. Found some good sign and I'm in a good spot. Really just took a shot in the dark because I got completely set up in the pitch black and I've never been here before. I can't believe it. I literally just had a doe at 5 yards. I didn't shoot her because right now I'm not in a unit where I have a doe tag ready for deer within 10 minutes of being set up. Unbelievable. In a brand new spot. Never have seen this place in the daylight. I can't believe it. So literally, I just finished getting set up, and this deer pops out. Right there. Literally right there, right behind me. Comes in to right there, and it was still too dark out, and then kind of carried off. Big doe, and she was at 5 yards, so I was just like, it is cold, and it is rainy, and I don't have rain gear on, because it wasn't supposed to rain, so it's chilly out, for sure. I just hope that 2 things. 1, seeing that deer was a good omen. 2, that the rain stops and the deer are all bedded down right now. And then, after it stops raining, all the deer start moving again. Did just get a text from my buddy who's hunting further in than I am today. And he's got a buck across a little pond from him. I'm going to get down at 9:20. And I'm gonna go and I'm gonna scout where that doe came from. We have a meetup time because there's no service here at 11.
Just had another hunter who was set up about 150 yards away from me. And I thought it was my buddy this morning who was checking on X. And I thought he stopped to shine my light at him. He didn't shine his light back. I was like, all right, whatever. And then all of a sudden I see a hunter come by. He's like, oh no, I saw you come in this morning. I was like, where did you park? We were the only ones at the access. He's like, oh no, I parked down a little bit further. It's like, we drove right by you. You must have got in after us. He was a cool guy. I talked to him, gave me a couple tips. So we'll see. I'm gonna go get down, do some scouting. I mean, this rain sucks. It has just picked up so much and I'm soaked. But hopefully get down, walk nice and quiet, go and try and find a new spot. There we go.
Lots happened since this morning. Basically, got out after scouting a ton. Saw a bunch of sign. We got there. There was trucks there, so we're like, all right, going to Plan B. Not that big of a piece, but we got in here, and I mean, it's like on the side of a mountain. Basically, the mountain top is just over there, on where you can't see opposite me. There's this bench that kind of comes down right alongside me, and then curves around back, and right on this flat spot is where we found a bunch of rubs, a bunch of scrapes, and a bunch of sign from trails. All is quiet right now. I mean, haven't seen, heard a deer at all, so there's sign around, but I don't know, nothing's moving yet. Keyword yet.
Just rolled up to the spot. I haven't been out hunting since Saturday. This past weekend was, I mean, just a really busy weekend. Been raining all week. Work's been crazy. I got sick. Yeah, it's real bad. I went to the doctor and everything. They said I had buck fever, so they told me to take off work today. So that's exactly what I did. Called in sick. Now I'm gonna go sit in the woods. I'm hunting the spot that I hunted 2 hunts ago. I did see a ton of sign just from walking around. So I'm gonna hunt the morning here and give it a good morning sit. Scout around for sign midday and then readjust my plan for the afternoon. I'm so excited to get in the woods. It is gonna be November. It's 36 degrees out. Not a cloud in the sky and got a good wind for it, so got all geared up. Here we go.
Did a great job getting in here. I didn't spook a single deer. I was like a stinking church mouse walking through the woods. This scrape that was behind me, it doesn't look like it's been worked in a little bit, so that's making me a little nervous, but it's only my second sit here ever. I mean, it's really starting to feel like fall. Nice, crisp air, 34 degrees. It's one of the coldest mornings yet. Leaves are starting to change, just making you feel like the rut is coming. Days are getting shorter. Alright, I hope you got to see that. I was just sitting here, and I heard a little noise behind me, and I look over my shoulder, and there's a giant 8-pointer right there. It came out of the woods from over there, across the creek, right there, walked up, and was gonna walk. I have a path in front of me that the deer walked down. He walked up, and of course, I'm expecting deer to come from that way to go this way. Of course, he comes the opposite way, goes right into my wind, and the second he crosses my wind line, picks his nose up, looks towards my direction. He couldn't see me because I'm hiding behind the tree, but then he just 2 pounds and he was in the thick stuff and he was gone. I mean, that is the first big buck I've seen during bow season this year, and it was a dandy. Got plenty of time left, and I mean, if that deer's moving, hopefully I'm gonna see other bucks too. Screaming down the hilltop and then come running right here, which you saw from the video, but big doe and 3 yearlings. So hey, you know what, it's like almost 10 o'clock, but I mean, deer's still on the move, so I'm definitely gonna sit later today than I usually do. Big buck, 4 does, just so happy to be out in the woods. Seen anything since those does came by. Just gonna slowly back up, make my way down, and then head back to the car.
Awesome sit. I mean, got to see that 8-pointer. You could go through that situation a million times, and honestly, I probably wouldn't have done anything different. He walked right along the same path that I walked in. I was hoping that all the deer were going to come left to right like those does did. Gonna head home, get some coffee in me, and then make a plan for the afternoons. Went home, had some breakfast, had chugged 2 cups of coffee. The 4 does came down from the hill and the buck was going to the hill. And I have been eyeballing this hill for so long and I haven't been able to access it because it's just impenetrable on the other side. And I haven't tried from this side because I've just seen so much deer sign. But I think now that it just rained, I have a perfect southeast wind for it, and that I have a ton of time to sneak in there, that I'm going to try and push this hilltop. So hopefully just this aggressive move in the afternoon is gonna end up paying off. So here we go. Now that I got dry boots on and dry socks, I am a new man. I'm set up. I'm not really happy with my setup. So we were supposed to have a southeast wind, which is this way, you know. Now it turned more into like an east wind, so the wind's going this way. So because of the wind, I decided to come up here, and then I was gonna, if I had the southeast wind, I was gonna cut into the middle of all these pines, because there's a bunch of maple and oak trees in the middle of it on this high point. Now it switched more to an east wind, so now my stink is going to be going down. If I went into it, it was going to be going down into where I had a whole bunch of trail cam pictures, where it's just super thick, all bedding, and I mean, there's just deer tracks everywhere. It is a transition point where, you know, there's pines in there, hardwoods right here, like I'm in a maple tree right now, and then there's a field right there. So heavy transition point. I might do a little grunting to see if anything happens, so here we go. Here comes a freaking giant 8-pointer, nose to the ground, just swagger walking in. Like, this buck was huge, and he comes in, and there's a private field to my right, and he's about to walk into the field, so I hit him with a grunt again, and poof, looks my direction. He's not looking at me, he just looks my direction. And then, you know, he tries to walk into the field again, I grunt, and then finally, like, I think he got a little uncomfortable with the situation, so then I snort wheezed at him, and then he just bounded off. It is early in the sit, so I got plenty of time left, and I've seen 2 big bucks today. Just got down, just saw the 8-pointer and a fox, and that's about it. I'm gonna pack up and I'll talk to you guys at the car. Here we go. Alrighty, so probably just gonna end this episode here. So cool to actually have like 2 really decent sized bucks like within shooting range. The one this morning was 35 yards. The one I saw this afternoon was a big one. That was a really nice 8-pointer. I guess my biggest takeaway from this week would just be like, you know, don't be afraid to just be aggressive. I mean, this whole year I've been kind of playing it a little safe, so the wind's right, be aggressive. But even though for me, I didn't get a deer this week, however, my brother was able to keep the ball rolling. He got a nice 4-pointer down on Long Island on Saturday. He got a nice 4-pointer. So 3 deer in a row for me and my brother this past 3 weeks, which is awesome. On the next episode of Tagged Out, you're gonna see me and my brother back up in the Adirondack Mountains again, and it's rifle season. I am a little upset because I finally think I figured this spot out. I mean, I saw 8-pointer this morning, 4 does this morning, and an 8-pointer this afternoon. I mean, I'm finally seeing deer, and sadly, I'm not gonna be able to come back and hunt here until after rifle season. It's going to be muzzleloader shotgun season by the time I'm going to be able to get back here. Please consider hitting that subscribe button. Now we hit 100 subscribers, on our way to 1,000. So please hit that subscribe button. If you like the video, drop a like. It means a lot to me. And hopefully next week we'll get some deer on camera. And I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.